timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edged away. Yes, it is.
Good evening. An action-packed thriller here at the Oman Cricket Academy, and that is a no-brainer. 2 games have not disappointed us. It's time for game number 3. It's day 4 of the Oman D20. It is a game between Yala Shabbab Giants and Majees Titans. My partner, Mudassir Ali Qureshi, is down there with the 2 captains for the all-important toss.
Match number 9 of Oman D20 2025, and it promises to be a good one. Majees Titans and Yala Shabbab Giants both coming to this contest on the back of impressive wins. Captain of Majees Titans, Amir Kaleem. Next to him is Sai Shiv Narayana leading Yala Shabbab Giants, and we also have the services of Jeevan Amana, our match referee. Amir will flip the coin and Sai will call. Head it is. Amir, you have won the toss. What have you decided and why?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are going to bowl first.
What's the reason behind that?
It's a fresh wicket. Would like to see how my bowlers are doing in the first inning. So yeah, looking forward.
You must be happy the way the fast bowlers bounced back in this tournament.
Yeah, exactly, because we know our strength, and as we have seen first game, we are not bowling according to the plan, and we all seen again yesterday the fast bowlers especially did the superb job for the team, and we defend 120 odd runs. So we are looking forward to today's game, and we try to restrict them as smaller as possible.
Absolutely. And now you are bowling first, so what kind of total do you think is gettable under the lights?
See, now this wicket, one side is very small, I guess, and we try to restrict them, anything 130 and 40 runs, and we try to, bowl according.
And what have you done with the side? Are there any changes? If so, what are they?
Yeah, there is one change, and Narayana is sitting out, and one new lad coming from South Africa, Imran, is in.
All the best.
Thank you.
Sai, you have asked to bat first. Your thoughts?
We were about to bat first, so mashallah, no problem. We got batting first, so we'll cope up to keep up the huge total on the board. So where we can restrict them, we have a good bowling unit, so where we can restrict them.
Good comeback into this tournament. Bowlers, especially, they are doing a wonderful job. Is the batting, is that the area of concern for you?
Bit more, but no problem. But we are backing ourselves. Each and everyone we are backing, so no problem. We will cope up and we'll keep a good score on the board today.
Any changes?
Yeah, Leo comes in place of Sammy.
That's a good one, and all the best.
Thank you so much.
So the news from the centre is that Amir Kaleem, he has won the toss and he has decided to bowl first.
Early advantage for Majees Titans as they won the toss and they've elected to bowl first. Looking at the sides, Yala Shabbab Giants, a star-studded one. Zohaib Amanat, Hasnain ul Wahab, Leo, Kane, Francisco Leo is back in the mix of things. Sai Shiv Narayana, the captain. Zikaria Islam, Mujibur Ali with his left-arm capabilities. Super Sanju, Anfal Pallam Alfal, Faisal Shah, Shakil Ahmed, Jayo Dedra with his off-spin. And then, when we are talking about Majees Titans, they are another side to be watching out for. Abhinav Sharma and Amir Kaleem right at the top. Wasim Ali at 1 drop. Jihan Klote, Aryan Bish, Jordan Lee Wolf, Adnan Khan, Ubaidullah, John Shafiq, Hamilton Dale, and last but not the least, Imran Manak. Watch out for that player. He's a new recruit directly from South Africa to Oman. And the news is that he's going to be very, very impressive. He's lethal with the ball in hand. They were very impressive yesterday. Today is a different day. And with that, I have a very special guest in the comm box. The man who was right in the center for the previous game, Mr. Vinod Babu, is here with me in the comm box. Vinod bhai, a very warm welcome to you. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you, Pranav. Thank you, Pranav. Very good evening.
A very different visual for you, Vinod bhai. Generally, very close to the batter. Today we have taken you 2 kilometers away, right to the comb box. Not 2 kilometers, I'm just joking. 200 meters or 100 meters rather.
Yeah.
But very different visual, isn't it?
Yeah. Definitely. I wanted to see how this is working here, and that's why I came from. I told Freddie that I want to go there and watch from there the ground. That is why I came over here.
Now we have a very different and very impactful story that we have of yours. Earlier in the days, you were a football referee. You have also been a referee in the national games. That's Assam. 2007, I'm talking about. Almost 20 years ago.
Yes.
And now you're an ICC development panel umpire. You're just coming fresh from the ACC
Under 19.
Asia Cup Under 19.
Yeah. From the
What a journey this has been for you, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Before the beginning was actually the cricket umpire, but meanwhile I looked for that football also. So I had a chance. I got a chance from my state that officiating for football. Then I went for that, and I officiated some matches in Kerala state, and then got selected for national levels for India. And in 2006, it was in 2006. 2007, I did junior nationals.
Wicket. Majees Titans have got first blood very early in the game. Yala Shabbab giant Zohaib Amanat departs back very early. It's becoming a habit for Zohaib Amanat to go unleashing too early. And as a result, once again, he's going to be out for a golden duck. First wicket down for Yala Shabbab giants.
Yeah, of course, that 2006 I selected for that national referee as a national referee, and 2007 I did national games as well as that junior nationals and one junior women's nationals also. And after that, 2007 February, March, I did all these tournaments, and then I left from there and came in Oman and started 2008 umpiring here. Cricket umpiring here.
Wow, that's a journey.
Yeah, that 2008 onwards I am doing umpiring here thanks to Oman Cricket and all. Then 2019 we got Oman team got ODI status. Then three of us inducted in ICC development panel.
It's you, Mr. Rahul Ashar and Mr. Hari Krishnan.
Yes. So this is a nice opportunity that thanks to Oman Cricket. And we are doing ICC as well as ACC tournament right now, we three of us. And just now I came from Dubai after doing that Under 19 Asia Cup. Before that there was Premier Cup Under 19, that also I did. And it was enjoyable moment for me. That's good.
Not just enjoyable, it's a memorable one, something that you will remember for years to come in your life.
Yes.
Tell us about a few games that happened in the Asia Cup. Did you get a chance to feature in one of those big games, India or Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh? And tell us about the banters that happened there. Give us the spice.
Yeah, I didn't do any on-field there because our team was not participating there. So whoever participating teams that they put in the on-field, umpires in on-field. So I didn't get a chance to umpire on-field, but I did 4 reserves and 4 TV. It was a good this thing for me, and that was also final. Also, I was there in as a reserve, an India-Pakistan match. And
wow!
Yeah, I did India-Sri Lanka semi-final as a TV umpire, and
big shot down the ground. I think this has travelled all the way. We have Mr. Vinod Babu with us, but at the moment, it is Zaman Qureshi who is giving all the signals in the middle. It's going to be a very different side for Vinod Babu. who's going to be watching his fellow teammates on the field calling the shots. Isn't it very different?
Yeah, definitely. That was a good experience for me, that Asia Cup and all. And so many this ICC tournaments I did. But this ACC tournament was a good experience.
He's in a hurry. Hasnainul Wahab, he's a player and a half. You have to be watching out onto him. Jan Shafiq did pick up a wicket, but not for too long because the party has been cut short. Hasnainul Wahab is in all mood. A mighty maximum coming from his bat to wind that over up. 12 for the loss of 1 at the end of the first over. Vinod bhai, tell me, this has been an incredible journey. What do we expect from Vinod Babu moving forward?
No, whatever we need to move forward, the team has to move forward. Our Oman team has to move forward. We are now doing that ICC tournaments and all, the ACC tournaments and all. But if we get more chances, more higher level chances, the team should go forward, move forward. Then only we will get the top level chances. Otherwise, we will stay only like this, and we will do some ICC tournaments and ACC tournaments. That is the issue. The team has to improve and team has to go ahead.
Certainly. Development is on offer.
Yeah.
That is something that we are very hopeful of. Yes, we have seen that Oman has come a long way from the days of playing on sand and mat to these wonderful grounds of Oman Cricket Academy. It's a different side, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We do 2008 when I came here and doing matches. It was only that AstroTurf wickets were there. And we were doing only on that AstroTurf, and after that it came 2 grounds and all, and matches are coming and all. Watching these matches also is very interesting, very encouraging for us. But still we need to, still the teams is improving, but still we need to go ahead. Whatever we are staying now, go ahead, and then only as a number, we will also get chances. That is a thing.
Big turn for Imran Manak, the off spinner. He's a handy player. You're still here with me for another over and 4 deliveries. I'm going to be asking you some difficult questions. A lot of compromises from your family that happens for you to be very successful as a cricket umpire, because this is not your first profession.
No.
You're obviously employed and you're on duty for majority part of the time, and then when you find time, you come and umpire. So how much of a contribution is there from your family?
Yeah, family is well supportive. That's why I can come over here and do these matches. Otherwise, it is very difficult. And they are very cooperative for matches, going for matches and all. It is not a problem for. But the thing is, when we are going the other side of the thing, that we are working in a firm, that is also a private firm. We need to get this leave from there. When we are going outside for at least 10 or 12, 15 days matches, we need to get leave from there. Otherwise, it is difficult. That is, now I am getting leave from there, but sometimes it is difficult. Sometimes they are objecting, but still I am managing that one. But how long it will be, I don't know. That is the issue. Now I am managing for that.
Certainly. So can umpiring be a full-time career being in an associate country? You're not in one of those test-playing nations. So is it possible, is it feasible enough to have umpiring as a full-time career?
It is very difficult for us as associate nation. It is very difficult for us to do as a full-time umpire. It is very difficult. So in test-playing nations, full member nations, they are doing. So many umpires are full-time, only they are doing that umpiring duty. But here we can't do that one because we have no surety about that matches and all. Every time we will not get the matches. But in full nation countries, 365 days they have matches and all. So that is the issue for us.
Certainly. Life's not very easy behind the scenes, and a lot of people will understand that after listening to you. You've traveled 200 kilometers to get to the ground. You don't stay very close to the main city, Muscat. You stay in Nizwa, which is almost around 200, 180, 190 kilometers. How difficult is it to travel all the way and come to Muscat, Umpire, and it's exhausting in the middle, and then to travel all the way back?
Now, I am enjoying traveling. That's why it is happening. So, whenever a match is there, normally I am coming the day before the match day, evening, and staying back here. And next day, morning, I am doing the matches, and evening I am going back. That is why we are doing. I am doing nowadays. And how long it will go, I don't know. So nowadays I am very happy to travel. So I am enjoying traveling. That's why it is happening now.
It's exhausting. I have traveled for 100 kilometers to get to the grounds, and it is very exhausting. You're double of my distance at the moment. Hasnain Ul Wahab is looking to make an impact. 13 is what they've got in 2 overs. Hemal Tandel is continuing from the Oman LNG end. He made a big impact yesterday. Vinod Bhai, last over before you leave us, tell us something that is so impactful, that has changed your life with umpiring.
No, whatever it is, when I came over here in 2007, 2008, I started umpiring here. From that moment itself till now, my whole career developed from there with cricket. Actually, at that time, you know that at that time, Oman Cricket, how was the Oman Cricket managing and all those things. That time, no umpires were here. Only 2-3 umpires. We were doing all the matches, all these weekends and all we were doing at that time. But nowadays, lot of umpires were there. Lot of umpires are there, but still we are lacking of umpires for getting into the matches. That is the main issue. But I am still enjoying my as an umpire. I am coming over. That's why I am coming over from there, and I am doing that matches. And I got that recognition from Oman Cricket also. They inducted me in the ICC panel, and I am getting matches also. That's good. That's my career.
You have been recognized at the domestic level, you have been recognized at the national level. Now at the international level, you are prospering as well. So you've been doing great with the umpiring circuit. If one wants to become an umpire, this is my final question to you before I let you go. If one wants to become an umpire in an associate nation, how can he make a career out of umpiring?
No, the thing is, now we are taking courses and all for the new umpires and new guys. We are taking courses and we are telling them dedication. If you are doing umpiring, you have the dedication to do umpiring. Otherwise, it is very difficult because nowadays it is competitive. Everywhere it is competitive. So we need to be dedicative for that purpose. Then only you can get a good umpire. You have to become a good umpire. That is the issue. Every people coming over here for courses and all, we are telling these things. Dedication is the main thing.
Certainly, dedication is a very important factor at the moment. I have to cut you short because Hasnain Ul Wahab is in the mood right now. He's raining boundaries. And he's taking out his frustration of that wicket that they lost of Zohaib Amanat on Majees Titans. 24 of 11, he's striking over 200. They quickly moved on to 26. Majority of those runs coming from the bat of Hasnain Ul Wahab. Amir Kaleem, very animated and very busy in the middle, communicating with Hemal Tandel because he's leaking runs. Something that Hemal Tandel would want to correct is that he needs to hit the deck hard, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. He has to concentrate on that one, what the striker is doing now, and according to that, he has to bowl.
The way the ball operates as well, it's very different under lights. In the air, Played to deep square leg. It's just going to be a single. But it's very different from the day as well.
Yeah. It's different from the day. It is very difficult, this light under light. We want to, he can play, but it is very difficult. Not like a day matches. It is difficult to him to control the. Now some dew also is there. He can manage that also. That is why it is happening.
And even there is a little bit of numbness in the pitch.
Yes.
Which gives a little bit of a rubbery bounce. Just like that one. Short ball, gone straight up, wicketkeeper underneath it. He will take it. Hemal Tandil, we were talking about him not going short. Today, he decides to go short. And Leo, as stunning as he is, he's going to be departing back to the dugout very early because Hemal Tandil decided to bounce him out. What an incredible delivery to bowl under light. Yes, a little bit of a spongy bounce. And the keeper will accept it with two hands. Early departure for Leo. Second wicket down for Yala Shabbab Giants at 27. Trouble times. Even though Hasnain ul Wahab is in full fire, full form. But it's still being cut short by wickets at the other end.
So Pranav, that was Mr. Vinod Babu. Dedication is what he says to be a good umpire and to grow at this level. So thank you, Mr. Vinod Babu, once again for coming over to the Combox and giving your valuable inputs to us. You have really inspired us a lot.
Certainly. Freddie joining me for the next set. Amar Kaleem has been forced into the attack because Hasnain ul Wahab is breathing fire. And at the moment, despite that wicket of Leo, runs pouring very quickly from the bat of Hasnain ul Wahab. Certainly need that wicket. And that is the wicket of Hasnain ul Wahab, isn't it?
Yes, now it's crucial that Majees Titans bowl well and get rid of Hasnain ul Wahab at the earliest.
Brilliant fielding on the offside. Hasnain ul Wahab is distraught because he certainly believed that that was another opportunity to accumulate 4 runs. Due on offer, we can see that with Amar Kaleem using the support cloth to get the ball dry. In comes Sai Shiv. Narayan does play the anchor role. He's not been very effective with the bat. Likes to take his time in, and because of that, the momentum has been taken away from Yala Shabbab Giants. That's been the case on the previous occasions. Can it be a little different? We have seen Ashish Odedra from Muscat Thunderers batting in a very different way, and it has worked for Muscat Thunderers. Dancing down the track. Brilliant catch. Wasim Ali using his height to his advantage, taking a one-handed blinder. That ball was flying from the bat of Sai Shiv. He was looking to be a little different on the very second delivery that he faced, and Amar Kaleem turns it away. An edge caught pretty well by Wasim Ali.
What a beauty. What a beautiful catch by Wasim Ali. Excellent. Just almost plucked it out of the air. Wonderful catch.
He took it with his right hand. He's naturally a left-handed player. And that is where that was a special effort from Wasim Ali. A brilliant batsman, a great bowler, and now an outstanding fielder as well. Amar Kaleem picks up a wicket. 3rd wicket down for Yala Shabbab Giants at 28.
Shaisiv trying to do something different, trying to go for the run. Unfortunately, holds out to Wasim Ali. What a brilliant catch.
I still feel that Sai Shiv is probably batting out of his comfort zone at number 4. Something that Muscat Thunderers are also doing, batting Soumya Sampat. And that spoils the composition of the team. Probably Sai Shiv at number 6, number 7. Or at a time when another wicket or two would have fallen, and then he could have been sent in. That could have made more sense. At the moment, 4 overs done, 29 for the loss of 3. Yala Shabbab Giants. Mujibur Ali started with a single, huge potential. Now, Freddie, do you think that it's a good idea for Sai Shiv to be batting at number 4, especially with players like Anfal, who's doing recently well in the first game? He's been relegated. Then you have other players like Mujibur Ali, who's come in now. Kargil has been, Mohammad Sami Kargil, he's been dropped from the side to bring in Leo. He's a handy bat. Then you add Super Sanju to the list, Zakaria Islam. Good number of options. And that is where I think Sai Shiv coming in at number 4 exerts a lot of pressure on himself to immediately go bonkers. If he comes in as a floater, 4 wickets down, 3 wickets down in a hurry, and then to consolidate with those singles, yes, that's his role play. But if he's trying to force the proceedings, he's also lost his wicket very early, and now he puts his team in a lot of pressure with 3 wickets down.
Probably that's the burden of captaincy, I would say. Sai Shiv has been elevated to the position of captain this season. So maybe he wants to show that he's leading the team from the front. But with the names which you just mentioned, with so many quality players, I think Sai should reconsider his batting position in the coming matches.
Yes, he's a talented player, no two thoughts about Sai Shiv, but the problem is that he's not the best player in the side for this format, this particular format. And that is where there is a little bit of an extra pressure. Now, as a bowler, that's where I want to start out. Looking to play the paddle. Don't think that is going to be given as a wide from Umpire Zaman Qureshi. Looking to play the paddle sweep to the fast bowler. He's still smiling. Hamilton Dale. What a comeback to get a wicket after he was being dispatched all around the ground. But as a bowler, he doesn't have the variations. Or at least we haven't seen the variations from him in terms of googly. You've seen him from the closer vicinity. The googlies, the flippers. It's only the leg spin. And that's where it becomes a little too predictable. Big shot. This has gone high up in the air. Fielder underneath it. It's going to be the 4th wicket down for Yala Shabbab Giants. Hasnain ul Wahab, the man who was doing all that damage, is going to be walking back to the dugout. Hamilton Dale is unstoppable. This time, he opts to hit the deck hard. And he is getting that spongy bounce, which is making things difficult for the batters.
Yeah, Hamilton pitches that ball and he's bending his back and he's being rewarded for that. Good catch there by Aryan Bist. Hasnainul Wahab probably trying to force the pace of the game. He's seen wickets falling at the other end. Unfortunately, he also holds out. 4 down now for 30.
Now is when you would need somebody like a Sai Shiv to consolidate the innings. But the problem is that in the process of trying to speed the proceedings, he's already back in the dugout. And that is forcing somebody who got a 50 score in the previous game to sit out. That is Mohammad Sami. And that is why most teams make their best player as the captain, because that reduces the burden of carrying a player in the side.
Sai Shiv is still a young lad. He has a long way to go. I'm sure he will learn from these experiences and he will definitely reconsider his batting position.
Super Sanju comes in at number 6. Way earlier than what he would have wanted. Majees Titans have found a way to pick up wickets in the power play. And that is on the back of their 2 pacers. One of them was dispatched today. The other does the trick. 5 overs done, 30 for the loss of 4. Yala Shabbab Giants. Imran Manak comes into the attack from the Oman tail end, the final over of the power play. The game in favour of Majees Titans, isn't it? Despite that heroics at the start.
At the moment, yes. Super Sanju is coming to bat. You know, Super Sanju is a busy cricketer. He always likes to take his runs, singles and twos, and a very quick runner between the wickets. We'll have to see how he approaches the game with Yala Shabbab having lost 4 wickets within the power play. We'll have to see how he adjusts his game and how he goes about his business.
At the moment, Yalla Shabbab Giants have looked like a very mediocre side in the Oman D20. One of the champion sides. They go for that quick single. Super Sanju is electric between the stumps. And that is where Mujibur Ali will have to be very watchful. What do you think, Freddie? A little bit of a panic in the camp of Yalla Shabbab Giants?
Looks like they're panicked because the way Hasnain got out, I'm sure he could have stayed for some more time there. It all now depends on how Super Sanju handles this from here on.
And the main problem has been Zohaib Amanat. Big turner. Super Sanju, as electric as he is, it is a big turning delivery from Imran Manek, and it's gone between the bat and pad gap of Super Sanju, who was looking to drive against the turn. And as a result, the wickets have been disturbed. The 5th wicket down for Yala Shabbab Giants, and they are in some bother.
Between the bat and pad and knocks the off bail off. What a beauty of a delivery from Imran Manek. Super Sanju has to walk back. He looks very dejected. Gone for a duck.
Seriously cannot believe my eye that somebody with the capability and caliber of Anfal is coming in at number 7. Probably they certainly need to get their strategies right, because at the moment what we are seeing from Yalla Shabbab Giants is not the Yalla Shabbab Giants that we know about. The champion that they are looking very mediocre.
What little I've seen of Anfield, he looks to be a very, very compact player going about his business. One of the games, first games which he played, he started off slowly but then opened up. He's having a very intelligent head on his shoulders. And champions teams are made of people of this caliber. So let's see what Anfield has in offer for us.
Now he's a player who is very much capable of anchoring the innings. He did really well. I think that was at number 4. Immediately brings the sweep shot out. Certainly not able to understand the logic why Anfield is not batting number 4. You want your better players of this version, the power hitters, to be playing the majority number of deliveries. You want Mujibur Ali, you want Anfield, you want Hasnain ul Wahab, you want Zohaib Amanat to be playing your majority number of deliveries. And that's not happening. And that is why the panic is in the camp of Yala Shabbab Giants. On the leg stump and flicked well to get a single. They're dealing in singles at the moment. Imran Manak is just unplayable at the moment.
You have either ways, you still have 15 overs, 14 overs left after this. At the moment, Anfield and Mujibur Ali, they have plenty of overs left in their hand, but not the ideal way which they would have wanted to play. They have lost 5 wickets in the process.
End of the power play. 33 for the loss of 5. Yala Shabbab Giants are reeling behind in this contest because of the madness that happened with Yala Shabbab Giants. Super Sanju was the last victim to fall. It was a big turner from Imran Manak. This is how it all panned out. Very first over, Zohaib Amanat was out of the equation. Hasnain ul Wahab decided to take things in his own control, and he was striking all around the ground. Jan Shafiq had no answer whatsoever. Imran Manak came into the equation, and no different. It was Hasnain ul Wahab show. He was striking all around the ground, and that is where this happened. Trying to pull one straight to the wicket keeper. And ever since that, 5 wickets are down for Yala Shabbab Giants. They've not got their act right. They've not got their strategy right. And it's costing them in a big fashion. Goes through the wicketkeeper. Should be an easy extra couple of runs. So 3 free runs for Yala Shabbab Giants. It's desperate runs, and that's why they'll be more than happy to take them.
Yeah, with having lost 5 wickets in the power play, it's not going to be an easy task for the Yalla Shabbab Giants to come back into the game. But we do have 2 quality batsmen down there. So all depends on how they take this forward.
And it is not just that. The problem is that they've got the combination right, combination wrong, Yala Shabbab Giants. I'm trying my level best to be as supportive to Yala Shabbab Giants, but they are playing without the second pacer. Yes, they have the likes of Omer Shakil, who is rested on the bench. He is their second fast bowler. He's not playing. With dew being in effect, spinners are going to be very less effective. And that is where they're going to be reliant in the second innings on the spinners. That is putting some extra pressure on them. So basically, they're not playing horses for courses. They also have Abdul Khaliq, who's also sitting on the bench. So they have the resources. It's not that they don't have the resources. Excellent fielding in the deep. Will make sure that a boundary is saved. And Anfield will get 3 runs to his name. What do you make of it? Wrong combination, leading to panic?
Looks like they've got the whole thing wrong. But I'm sure being the champion side they will make amends and quick corrections and try to salvage something out of this. It's a funny game, Pranav.
It's a funny game of cricket. Weird things have happened in this game of cricket. We're just putting our perspective forward. I'm very much sure that they have a very strong think tank behind their back in terms of Coach Tariq, in terms of Vinu Matthews. I'm not sure of the other guys, but I'm sure they have a big think tank. Anfal is just consolidating the innings with Mujibur Ali at the moment. 7 overs done, 42 for the loss of 5, Yala Shabbab Giants. Imran Manak continues from the Oman tail end into his third over. 8 runs and a wicket of Super Sanju. Cut well. Very different kind of a field for Imran Manak. Has a deep point. Doesn't have anybody in the deep for the right-hander. Now for the left-hander, has a deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, long on. Has the traditional field. Joining me in the comm box, the man who has travelled 400 kilometers away from Oman to make sure that he can partner me, Mudassir Ali Qureshi. How are you doing today, Mudipa?
Day 4, enjoying here in Oman, and top of that, when you have someone like Pranav Mehta in the comm box who always make sure to take care the hospitality. Not the hospitality, the hospitality is up to the mark. Coming down the track, he misses the ball completely. Manak strikes. What an entry for Imran Manak here at Oman Cricket Academy. Doing wonders with the ball. Anfal departs.
Big movement in this game. 6 wicket down, Yala Shabbab Giants for 44. Their final hope, in my understanding, Anfal, the last recognized batter in terms of a pair, is going to be walking back to the dugout. Good flight, wide of the batter, straighter delivery. Anfal PM, made to stretch, but that stretch was just not good enough. Jian Clote, just good enough behind the stumps to dislodge the bails in time. What has happened to Majees Titans? Is it the mediocrity of Yala Shabbab Giants or the supremacy of Majees Titans?
Champion side, they are the defending champions. It was a wake-up call on day 1 for them. Lost their first encounter to IS Invincibles, and after that, Amir Khalil made sure to have a piece of advice with his fast bowlers, especially the fast bowlers, who did wonders yesterday, and today Hemal Tandel back to at his best. Tandel with the new ball. Those Jan went for runs. The fielding has been superb, Pranav. The catching, Wasim Ali, stunner taken by Wasim Ali to get rid of Sai Shiv Narayan. And credit should be given to the scouting team. Not from Pakistan, not from India, not from Sri Lanka, all the way from South Africa. 3 boys in this side. Jordan Lee Wolf, Gihan Clote, we have already seen what he can do with the bat. Now Imran Manak, unplayable with the ball.
Not 3, 4 people. Ezra Pole, I think he's also from South Africa. He's the coach of Majees Titans. I think he's the man who's been doing all this recruiting from South Africa.
He's the boss for Majees Titans, Isra Pule. And good to see such kind of talent coming here and performing well. What an over from Manek. 8 gone. Tottering Yala Shabbab Giants, 46 for the loss of 6.
"46 for the loss of 6 at the end of 8 overs, and Wasim Ali comes into the attack from the Oman LNG end. Mudipa, talk to me about what's going wrong with Yalla Shabbab Giants. Or maybe the better way to ask you is, what little are Yalla Shabbabs doing right, because everything is wrong?
Absolutely. I was surprised during the toss when I asked decisive for the changes. Had they made any changes? I was thinking they'll go unchanged because they won the previous game against Royal Oman Stallions. And the boy who got runs, Sami, the wicket keeper, the only change, they dropped Sami, who got runs in the previous game. I do understand Leo got injured. Before that, he got a 50. But you're playing with too many spinners. I think on this surface, you need to have someone like Sami and one fast bowler.
What is the change that you would do in this side? I really feel that they're getting exposed because of Zohaib Amanat. And he's the criminal. Because he's not performing right at the top, all these flaws are getting exposed. I know what you're trying to say. I'll say it myself. I think the captain should be sitting out. I'm being very harsh, but not doing any unjust to a player who just scored a 50 and a fighting 50, the very first of his. Being hit, with him being on the bench, the captain looks out of form at the moment. They're playing without the second pacer, which is already creating tremors for them. And the champion side that they are, I think these are the words that are not going to be coming out from my mouth. These are the words that are going to be coming out from Coach Tariq. The kind of person that he is, he's going to be very critical, and he's going to be asking and talking to the captain himself, because he doesn't fit in the side. Correct me if I'm wrong.
A tight over from Wasim Ali, and I do believe that in the second innings, he has no role to play with the ball because gone for runs in the first game. Sai Shiv Narayan now struggling with the bat and known for bowling those leg breaks, but things just not going in favor of Sai Shiv Narayan. The best thing what you can do is just take rest. Stay out of the action for a couple of games. Then you can come back and you can play it the position you want to. But dropping Sami, it's not justified.
Criminal is the word. Criminal.
He struggled, that young boy struggled previous season, but now when he was looking good, all you need to do is back this young chap. But they have their own plans. I think, again, it all comes down to, it's a team game. And especially for players, it's not easy. So much of competition, because this is the champion side, Yala Shabbab. They have so much bench strength, depth in their batting, depth in their bowling. So it's really tough for the people, for the players who are sitting on the bench, the likes of Khalid, the likes of fast bowler Umair Shakil, now Sami, even Azmat Khan, the left-arm spinner. But this is how you learn from these experiences. which makes you more stronger.
The problem is that a game of cricket, you cannot play with 11 openers. You need to have a combination. If you don't have the second fast bowler, I think you should have 3 fast bowlers in the conditions that they are. But assuming that you're considering Shakil to be bowling at the death, you still need a second fast bowler.
And also the likes of Sanju Sajeev. Lots of expectations from this young boy. Terrific fielder. But where are the runs?
He's disappointed. They need to be critical, because I think this is the right kind of time to be critical. Better now than never. There are a couple of people who are playing on names, point blank names, and that is why I was shocked. Anfal was batting so beautifully. I think he was batting at number 4, and all of a sudden he was demoted. What a lovely drive from the bat of Mujibur Ali. Will only extract a single, but I think he's too good a player.
That is why it's important to know which player and where they can bat. And rightly said, Anfal, who can bat at that number 3, number 4, all of a sudden demote in the previous game as well as in this game, if I'm not wrong, came at number 5?
Came at number 7.
Oh.
Believe it or not, number 7. I was shocked. Super Sanju at number 6 and Anfal at number 7. A player who was one of the watchouts of the season, coming in at number 7. We'll talk more about it, because 10 overs, a time for a little bit of breather. Yalla Shabbab Giants have a lot of thinking to do. 53 for the loss of 6. It's time for drinks. Wasim Ali will continue from the Oman LNG end. What a spell from Imran Manak, coming straight into the side. 2 for 15 in his 4 overs. And those 2 wickets, big wickets, Anfal and Super Sanju.
Disappointed the way Anfal got out. And it was a clever piece of bowling. Anfal came down the track the last minute, and the bowler was clever to change his length and line. Extra too many extras given away so far. They need a miracle here. They need a partnership. Mujibur Ali and Zikriya Islam, another batter who is struggling with the bat, Islam. In the air, goes past the diving fielder at point. But look at that field setup, Pranav. They know exactly where to place the fielder. That is where the role of the captain comes into play. Amir Kaleem, what a leader.
And you can see him running around the ground, making sure that he's communicating well with everybody, taking responsibility, taking charge. And that is why it is so important to be one of the best performers of your side. That is when you can do justice as a captain. At the moment, I really feel for Saishiv, but he's certainly very underconfident. One, because he's leading a champion side like Yala Shabbab Giants. Two, he's out of form.
I really don't understand why he was given the responsibility to lead the side. Before this, he was having a good time with the bat, with the ball. Just few years here in Oman. Let him settle down. Played very fine, running hard, Mujibur Ali. Slow was Jan Shafiq. They have the service of J. Odedra. Easily they could have trusted someone like Hasnainul Wahab. I want Hasnainul Wahab to lead the side, and he is the one. Because he is very vocal. The communication is always clear whenever you talk to Hasnain.
Maybe even Anfal. Anfal could be one of the contenders. He's very experienced, not young at age. He's seen those winters, and that is where probably even he could do justice as a captain.
Nicely managed. Keeping it away from the fielder. Oh, look at that throw. Sharp throw. Is he in trouble? No, says the umpire Zaman Qureshi. Running for his life. Zikriya Islam, 11 gone, 58 for the loss of 6.
Aryan Bisht comes into the attack from the Oman tail end. It's been troubled times for Yala Shabbab. How do they get out of this jail?
These two needs to bat till the end. Next 9 overs, look for 70 runs. If you target those 70, you'll end up getting 80-85. If you are looking for 90, then you'll end up scoring just 60. Beautifully managed, rolling his wrist, shifting his weight on the back foot. A much needed boundary.
A half tracker from Aryan Bisht, another player who is auditioning for the big stage. He's made a name for himself. He's given those few sparks, but he's still to shine. Still to realize his full potential. He's a big talent. Very good fielder, a decent bat, a good bowler. Can be very handy, but it's still a matter of time that he shines big at the big stage.
This is a good contest. Zikriya Islam and Aryan Bisht, both right-handed batters, both those off-break deliveries, fighting for that spot, I believe, for the upcoming T20 World Cup, these two players. Zikriya Islam, short of runs, short of confidence, and this is the game. The team is in trouble. If he can get those runs, he can come into that spotlight.
I really feel that it is going to be between both of these. Especially because the way Jay Odedra is bowling, it goes past the wicket keeper. Won't get to the boundary. But still a couple of runs.
And look at that sprint from Hemal Tandel. Excellent work done by Tandel. Couple of more runs added to the total. I feel for Jay Odedra, such a quality spinner. The only disadvantage is lack of that batting skills.
He bats well, not for the T20 format. He bats well for the 50-over format. That's where he's a regular. A good shot from Mujibur Ali. Rocks back on his back foot. Little shot once again. Aryan Bish. It's turning out to be an expensive over for Majees Titans.
Fight back. And look at that, how well he was in control. Rolling those wrists. What an over in progress for Yala Shabbab Giants.
What's good is that he's not looking to hit it hard. He's just looking to time the ball. Almost a shorthand jab. Much better. Good loop and much fuller. And that's where it was respected by Mujibur Ali. 12 overs done, 69 for the loss of 6. Amir Kaleem. Big moment in this game because these two, Mujibur Ali and Zakaria Islam, are very capable of stealing the game away from you. And that is where you don't want to allow them to partner for a very long time. And that's why Amir Kaleem immediately comes back into the attack.
Another player is trying to make a comeback into the national side, Mujibur Ali. But he has got a tough competition from the likes of Wasim Ali, Amir Kaleem himself. Oh, lucky runs. Outside edge. Ball just keeping a bit low. Slowly the pendulum shifting in favor of Yalla Shabbab Giants.
Trying to drive and it goes straight through the legs of the wicketkeeper, who doesn't believe in staying low. Jihan Clote will learn it the hard way. You need to have the body behind the ball and you need to stay lower. Amir Kaleem. It's a contest within a contest. Aryan versus Zakaria. Mujibur versus Amir Kaleem. Don't you love it?
We want such kind of competition, but where is the competition when we look at that leg break department? Samay Srivastava and
Samay Srivastava. He fights a battle with his own self. There is nobody else that he competes with. If he can win a battle with himself, there is no better player than Samay Srivastava. Adds value with batting, decent fielder, more than a decent fielder, very good in fact. And then if he can execute what he's doing right now, flatter trajectory, I think he can be a player and a half.
on top of that quality, the fighter, always vocal on the field, wants to contribute in the field for the team. Fumble, the man who took a blinder, Wasim Ali. A rare fumble, but what a partnership between these two. 25 of 30 for Ali, Islam 12 of 14. They got 6 wickets in quick time, but now struggling to get the 7th one. Wanted to play late. They have got that boundary in this over. 8 runs from the over of Kaleem. 13 gone, 77 for the loss of 6.
Thirteen over 77 for the loss of 6. Aryan Bish continues from the Oman tail end. Deviating a little bit from the topic, Group 3 of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup, India and Sri Lanka 2026. Australia, Ireland, overthrows, extra runs. Majees won't be really happy with that. Momentum certainly shifting in favour of Yala Shabbab Giants. The run rate also touching 6 finally. But coming back to my point, Group 3, Australia, Ireland, Oman, Sri Lanka, Zimbabwe. 5 teams in the group. I think 2 of them don't play spin well.
Zimbabwe and Ireland?
Zimbabwe and Ireland specifically to start off with. But I think spin has been the strength of Oman. They've won tournaments on the back of their spin attack from the likes of Shakil Ahmed. They have the off spin of Jay Odedra. Talking about left arm spinners, Amr Kaleem plays a big role. And you go on, they have a good quality spin attack.
And that is why I like these surfaces. It's a good preparation because these are not batting paradise surface. The ball just holding and coming on to the bat throughout this tournament. And if you can get those 150, 160 on regular basis at this venue, so it will make your life easy when you go to Sri Lanka, because there also you will get similar kind of surfaces. Because I reckon, keeping in mind it's a T20 World Cup, you won't get those rank turners. But definitely there will be some assessment for the spinners. In fact, you need to correct me. Assistance. Got confused.
One and the same. I read you now. We've spent a lot of time in the com box, and that's where I think Shakil Ahmed is certainly going to be making that shift. Oh, this is a big appeal. This is going to be a big appeal. Impact probably outside the off stump, maybe missing the off stump as well. Aryan Bish was down on his knee pleading. Mujibur Ali survives the scare.
Was it pitching outside the off stump? Oh, was it missing the off stump? Touch and go. So 14 overs gone, 81 for the loss of 6.
Big shot. Zakaria Islam has unleashed. He's a beast when it comes to power hitting. And no better striker than Zakaria Islam. All they can do is applaud the efforts of Mujibur Ali and Zakaria Islam. Rocks onto his back foot. Throws the kitchen sink at it. It has woken the dead dugout of Yalla Shabbab Giants and given them a second life. What a timely maximum from the bat of Zakaria Islam. Moves on to 19 of 17. Joining me in the comm box, Freddie Lonapan. Freddie, a very good evening to you once again.
Very good evening to you, Pranav. These two batsmen looking to repair the damage and building up their score now.
Cut well. John Shafiq does well to stop the ball. What a comeback. They're stitching a very crucial partnership, Mujibur Ali and Zakaria Islam.
Yeah, these two batters are well experienced and they have a good understanding between themselves. Even those singles and twos which they will have to take now will be very, very crucial to them.
Very full. It was the arm ball from Amir Kaleem. Gets the leading edge. Mujibur Ali. And the moment both these batters are looking for a big shot, the problem is that after them, it's only the tail that prevails. They have to be very cautious. At the same time, they have to be very attacking as well. Big shot straight down the ground. It's travelling very quickly. I think it is Ubaidullah who's done brilliantly to stop the ball.
It's important that these two batters take the game deep and last there as long as possible. They have another 5 overs to play after this. Very, very crucial that they stay there till the end.
Big shot down the ground. Once again, it's just going to be a single. Nine runs from that over of Amir Kaleem. 15 overs done. 90 for the loss of 6. It's the business end. And it's show time for Yala Shabbab and Majees Titans. Two players stitching a partnership right now for Yalla Shabbab Giants. Freddie, do you know that where at the international stage, both these together made a name for themselves?
Of course, it was at the Hong Kong Sixes in last year's edition.
Certainly. What a wonderful performance did Oman put up there. Both these batters, Zakaria Islam and Mujibur Ali, were outstanding. Jan Shafiq is looking to come back into the attack. He's been very expensive to start off. He's not used to that. 12 runs of that first over. Yes, he got that wicket of the very second delivery. It was a big wicket of Zohaib Amanat. I think it is the wicket of Zohaib Amanat that is exposing the Yala Shabbab Giants. Can we blame everything on Zohaib Amanat? Nudges it around, looking for the second. Won't get it.
I wouldn't put the blame entirely on Zohaib Amanat because at this level, everybody needs to take responsibility and play. It's not that they have to depend on one single batter. Unfortunately, today the top order didn't click. And as we discussed earlier, the captain needs to relook at his batting position and the batting order.
I'll tell you how harsh this game of cricket is. If somehow Yalla Shabbab Giants, from the misery in which they are, big shot in the gap, not really, just a single, they find a way to win this game, everything is going to be brushed under the carpet as if it never happened. But if they lose the game, I'm sure that they will be dissecting the problems. And that is so very important, because the kind of a side that they are, the champion side, we expect the best out of them.
No doubt about it. Once you win the game, everything is forgotten. All is well that ends well. But in case that doesn't happen, that's where the dissection comes. That's where the post-mortem happens.
If you ask me, I want the dissection to happen even if they win, because that is a certain problem which needs to be addressed.
That's the healthy way of going about it. It has to happen, and then they can come out with solutions to their problems.
Jan Shafiq. Big shot. This ball is travelling very quickly towards the boundary. It will go all the way from the bat of Mujibur Ali. He's a big hitter of the cricket ball, and he's just putting it to showcase here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Incredible strike.
A lovely strike by Mujibur Rahman, muscling it to the fence. 6 beautiful runs there for him, bringing in all his experience. Pranav, these two batters, this is the way they will be playing from here on, and I think they'll end up on a healthy score. Being the champion side they are, I still feel they will be able to pull this off.
I am in total agreement. If Mujibur Ali and Zakaria Islam, what an incredible strike. Inside out from Mujibur Ali. He's coming to the party here at the Oman Cricket Academy, and the dugout of Yalla Shabbab Giants are going to be applauding it, because that is going to be solving all the problems.
Oh, another beautiful shot by Mujibur Rahman, bringing out his repertoire. This is what he can do. This is the damage which he can bring about. Along with Zakaria Islam, who is also a very good striker of the ball. If they carry on in this fashion, we can expect a good fight.
13 runs of this over of Jan Shafiq. Can he realize that bowling length is not a great option and he needs to hit the deck hard? Can he bowl a bouncer just outside the off stump? He should have done that a little earlier, because Mujibur is expecting one now. Back of length, and this is cut brilliantly. Back-to-back boundaries for Mujibur Ali. It all started with a 6, and it's winded off with 2 boundaries to follow it. An expensive over, very, very expensive over, 17 runs of the over.
Beautifully cut there. 4 more runs added to the score. Marching along now.
16 overs done, 107 for the loss of 6, Yala Shabbab Giants. Trying to late cut, almost from the gloves of Gian Clote, manages to get a single. Freddie, Australia, Ireland, Oman, Sri Lanka, Zimbabwe. 5 teams, Group 3. The ICC Men's T20 World Cup, India and Sri Lanka 2026. Oman is going to be playing in Sri Lanka. What are the odds from your side?
T20 cricket. Oman can fancy their chances of at least trying to go into the next stage. It all depends on how the team is picked. It's not going to be easy for them. But of late, we have seen a resurgent Oman team from last couple of years. They've been fighting. They've been putting up some good shows against some big teams. So you can expect a very good performance from them.
They're putting the hard yards in this tournament. Is a big reason. What a timely tournament to have. It's almost like a dress rehearsal to the big stage. And a lot of players are auditioning for the big role.
We can see a lot of players pushing each other for those spots which are available in the team, giving it their best. I can see some of the players working it out, sweating it out in the day and giving their best to somehow get into the team. And this is a very good platform for them. This tournament is very, very timely and the best opportunity for these people to make use of this tournament and stake their claim for a place in the team.
I'm very much sure that a lot of selectors are having a very close eye on this tournament. Inside out, struck fiercely. Mujibur Ali and Zakaria Islam are making a mockery of Majees Titans towards the end. No answers whatsoever. On this occasion, it is Zakaria Islam. Brilliantly struck, just over covers, as flat as it can get, and a few bounces into the boundary. 17 overs done, 115 for the loss of 6. Jordan Lee Wolf will be looking to come back into the attack. Rather, he will be looking to come into the attack for the very first time. Coming to bowl the 18th over. Full and drill down the ground. Has to be looking for the second, won't go for the second. I think Zakaria Islam is going to be fancying his chances against the medium pace of Jordan Lee Wolf. What do you think will be a handy score? If both of these can bat, they can get a 40 runs in the final 3, and that will take them closer to 150.
From what they were initially, I think 140 to 145 will be a good score for them. And with the type of bowling they have, they will definitely put up a good fight.
Certainly at the moment they've made a match out of nothing. And that is why they need to think that if they've got their order right, how effective a side they are. Zakaria Islam and Mujibur Ali, almost run a ball, have played second fiddle.
Yeah, this is where their experience is showing, no? With the type of sort of experience which they have. There he goes.
Big shot on the leg side will result in only a single. A lot of change of pace coming from the likes of Jordan Lee Wolf. His experience will come into the equation. This is going to be an interesting one. Mujibur Ali on 46 has to be looking for his milestone. Where is the boundary? Big shot down the ground. It's just going to be a single.
Jordan De Wolf has managed to keep these two batters quiet. Just 3 singles of this over so far. But I'm sure these two batsmen are ready to go big now.
I think it will be a great option to make room to Jordan Lee Wolf. With both those fielders inside square, inside the circle on the offside, I think that will be a great option to be making room. Rather, he comes into the arc. Zikaria Islam, one of the fiercest striker of the cricket ball, hits a big shot, and it is going to go down the throat of Abhinav Sharma, who holds on to a good catch at long on.
This is what those singles and a dot ball has made, putting pressure on Zakaria Islam to go for the big shot, and a good catch there by Abhinav. So well made 30 of 27 by Zakaria Islam. Yalla Shabbab are now 118 for 6.
They needed a boundary. Not able to get one. Zakaria Islam as he's departed back to the dugout. 30 of 28 deliveries for him. Incredible over by Jordan Lee Wolf considering the circumstances. 3 runs and a wicket. He's broken the partnership as well. Faisal Shah, this is going to be like a free hit. But Faisal Shah is going to be very watchful to play the first delivery that he faces. 18 overs done. 118 for the loss of 7. Yala Shabbab Giants. Wasim Ali is going to be bowling his final over, 17 runs and his 3 overs. He's going to be up against Mujibur Ali and his wrath.
That was a very good 18th over by Jordan De Wolf. Just the 3 singles and a wicket.
Big shot, straight down the ground. Does well to hold on to that one. Faisal Shah rushing in, gets the second. Moves on to 49, Mujibur Ali.
That was very good running. They ran for quick 2.
Excellent.
Faisal Shah can also give it a big hit.
120 on the board at the moment. They're looking to get to 140. Mujibur Ali will play it to long on. This is probably one of those most valuable knocks from Mujibur Ali. Will get to his milestone. Will raise the bat in appreciation. He's bailed his team out of a very difficult situation. All he would need to do is finish the game off in style. Still 10 balls remaining in this game. He will be appreciated and applauded by his partner Faisal Shah. What a timely knock for Mujibur Ali. 50 of 48 deliveries. It hasn't been an easy outing for him.
It definitely hasn't been easy, but he's made the best use of the situation and he has scored these runs brilliantly. 50 of 48.
Looking for a big shot. It's only a dot ball. Wasim Ali Keeps it a little shorter, and Wasim Ali is a brilliant fielder of his own bowling.
Faisal Shah not able to break the shackles here. 2 dot balls. This will only add to the pressure for Mujibur.
I think this is going to be a free hit. Faisal Shah will be looking to go for a free-flowing swing. Prior to this, he was looking to take a single. Now it's full authority. Big shot, high up in the air, not a lot of distance. Big dive from 2 players, none of them able to reach the ball. In the process, Abhinav Sharma, I think, has hurt himself. Faisal Shah does get a couple of runs.
That was it. High and hard. Both the fielders trying to get to the ball, and both of them miss it, and it goes between them. However, it's kept down to 2 runs only.
Once again, looking for a couple of runs. Mujibur Ali will push because he would want to have the strike for the last over. So just 7 runs from this over of Wasim Ali. 19 overs done, 125 for the loss of 7. John Lee Wolf is going to be bowling the final over. 3 runs and a wicket in his previous over. Not able to reach it. Mujibur Ali is going to be pushing for the second. Won't get it. That'll get Faisal Shah on strike. Faisal Shah dancing down the track, inside part of the bat once again. Not able to make an impact. Overs of desperation for Yala Shabbab Giants as they want to get closer to 140.
Faisal Shah changing his bat and trying to go for a mighty swing, but just gets a single to it. It's all left up to Mujibur Ali now. The last 4 deliveries coming up from Jordan D. Wolf.
Can he get 4 maximums and be the hero? He would love that, isn't it? Big shot straight down the ground. Fielder coming in line, but is only going to be a spectator. I think it's gone all the way. It's indicated as a boundary from Umpire Bala Subramaniam.
It was a big heave, almost a 6.
Looking for a big heave once again. The slower delivery from Jordan Lee Wolf coming to the rescue.
Mujibur plays and misses that. 3 deliveries left, 2 deliveries left in this final over.
Big shot. Aryan Bisht, or Wasim Ali rather, in the deep, will keep it down to a dot, to a single only. That means that Mujibur Ali is going to stay not out at 56, unless and until he decides to get run out. Faisal Shah will face the last ball.
Yeah, the final delivery coming up.
in the block hole. Faisal Shah lets it go. What a brilliant spell from Jordan Lee Wolf. He's just bowled a couple of overs. He's just conceded 10 runs right at the death, and he's picked up that 1 wicket. Incredible show from Jordan Lee Wolf. In the process, Yala Shabbab Giants managed to get to 132 for the loss of 7. This is how it all transpired. Zohaib Amanat was dismissed very early in the innings, and that is where they fell in a lot of trouble. It all started with a little bit of a bang. Zohaib Amanat left early, but his partner Hasnain ul Wahab was looking to do the damage. He kept on going one after another, and that is where things looked very easy for Yala Shabbab Giants. Leo, trying to heave one, could just send it to the wicketkeeper, and he departed back. Sai Shif at number 4, a questionable position, but he was dismissed as well. Wickets continued to tumble for Yala Shabbab Giants. Super Sanju also couldn't make an impact. Anfal came down the track, but the straighter delivery got him dispatched. Zakaria Islam partnered with Mujibur Ali to stitch a very solid partnership, which brought Yalla Shabbab Giants back into the game. Yes, a little bit of luck on favour. Zakaria Islam's power was very effective, and so was Mujibur Ali. They were stitching a very solid partnership together. Yes, it was just run a ball, but that brought Yalla Shabbab Giants to a respectable total. Boundaries on offer, and that is where Majees Titans was panicking for a bit. And that is where Jordan Lee Wolf pulled a gem of a delivery, which was caught pretty brilliantly by Abhinav Sharma on the boundary. Mujibur Ali did get to his 50, and after that continued to strike a few lusty ones. But towards the end, runs on board for Yala Shabbab Giants.
This is how the scorecard looks for Yala Shabbab Giants. Finally ending up on 132 for 7. Hasnain ul Wahab made a good start, 26 of 17, but all the other batters were not able to make any impact. Then came the partnership between Mujibur and Zakaria Islam, who pulled Yalla Shabbab sort of out of the woods to put up this respectable total of 132, with 8 extras supporting them.
And then when you're talking about the bowling attack,
good bowling, especially in the last by Jordan D. Wolf, coming and bowling the last 2 overs at the death, giving away just 10 runs of his 2 overs. Jan Shafiq picked up the early wicket. Imran Manak was the pick of the bowlers, I would say, 2 for 15. And Hemel Tandon also bowled very well, 2 for 9, just 9 runs of his 2 overs. Amir Kaleem and Wasim Ali bowled their quota of overs. Amir Kaleem picked up 1 wicket. Aryan Bisht 2 overs for 14 runs without picking up any wicket.
so that is it from the com box here. We'll take a short break. On the other side, it's going to be the all-important chase.
He has timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in.
Beautiful ball.
Edge the way. Yes, it is.
For the one final time on day 4, we welcome you back to Oman Cricket Academy, match number 9. It's going to be a nail-biting game, as we saw a fight back by Mujibur Ali and Zikriya Islam, taking Yala Shabbab to a respectable total of 132 under the lights. Shah Faisal, the lone fast bowler, he has a huge responsibility with the new ball to deliver for his side, wherein the man in form, Sharma, who got 80-odd runs in the opening game of this tournament, playing for Majees Titans. Alongside him is the evergreen Amir Kaleem, the left-hand, right-hand combination, top of the order. And talking about the combination in the com box, next to me is a known face for Oman Cricket umpiring panel personality. Joining me is Mr. Freddy. Good evening and very warm welcome to the com box.
Thank you, Mudassar Bhai. I'm sure we're going to have an exciting evening of cricket in this chase now. Yala Shabbab managed to put up finally a fighting total, 132. So let's see how they go about their task.
They need early wickets, wherein Majees Titans, they'll be looking for a strong partnership at top of the order. For an opening loss, they made a good comeback, defending 126 previous night. Now, the batters, they need to get those runs. Very watchful. All of a sudden, you can see that momentum slightly shifting in favor of Yala Shabbab Giants.
Definitely, and we can also see there is a slight spring in their feet. They are moving around, they're talking to each other. But Yala Shabbab also, they have a good left-hand, right-hand combination with Sharma and Amir Kaleem, as you already mentioned, evergreen. Amir Kaleem, he has to bring out all his experience and take his team through.
Quite interestingly, no slip in position. Sanju Sajeev at point. Using the feet, where is the slip? With the new ball, you need to have a slip and a sluggish in the field. 4 runs, easy 4 runs. Gave away by the fielder, off the mark, Sharma, off the mark, Titans.
You just mentioned about the slip, and there it goes through that slip cordon. And some shoddy work there by the fielder. 4 runs. So Abhinav Sharma opens the account. Majees are on with 4 runs to the score. Now the slip comes into place.
Damage has already been done. Is why when you are defending a modest total, you need to have a slip that forces the batter to think twice.
They don't have too many runs to defend, so they have to attack. They have to get wickets if they want to win this game.
Now with Hassan al-Wahab coming from short mid-wicket to slip, there's a big real estate available from mid-on to deep square leg, a big gap, slight error. Sharma can take that advantage. Beautifully bowled, going past the wood. What an over in progress.
Excellent delivery by Faisal Shah. I thought there was a little bit of movement after the ball pitched.
Creating that angle, keeping it away from the reach of the batter, inviting him to go for the drive. It is a good sign for the bowling side, but the problem is they are playing only with one fast bowler.
I have no idea what went into the think tank when they picked the playing 11.
Good use of the feet. Goes inside out towards extra cover. Sharma has taken the charge. The boundary number 2 for Sharma and more runs for Titans.
Abhinav Sharma has decided to take the aggressive route, steps out and hammers it for 4 runs.
Freddy, good to see he anticipated that fuller delivery quite early. That was the reason he came down the track. That forced the captain to make a change in the field. The slip comes out to short covers. Will he surprise him with a bouncer? Back off length, made room but not a proper connection. But what matters are the runs for Sharma and for Titans. 1 done, 9 for none.
Hasnainul Wahab coming into the attack. And that's been pulled away on the leg side. The fielder unable to stop it and 4 runs. 4 runs to the total of Yala Shabbab. They move on to 13 without loss. Abhinav Sharma now getting into the act. Sweeps it across. The fielder not putting a committed effort there. Mujibur Ali and 4 runs. Once again, this time they think of a second, but send back wisely. Just a single on this occasion. Husnain Al Wahab to continue from the Oman end. Amir Kalim facing his first delivery. Plays it cautiously forward. No run there. This time they go through for a quick single. The fielder takes a shy at the stumps at the bowler's end, but doesn't hit. And they scamper through for a quick single. Amir Ali opens his account.
A positive start for Majees Titans. And good to see young Sharma taking the charge. This will be a very good contest. An off-break bowler in the power play to a right-hand batter. The deep square leg and deep mid-wicket, 2 fielders. And he plays straight towards the fielder. Well planned. Great execution by Zikriya Islam and a good catch taken by Hasnainul Wahab. Abhinav Sharma, who was looking good, he departs.
It was there, use it to sweep, but straight to the fielder there. The damage has been done.
A timely breakthrough. Walks in. The man in form, Wasim. Oh, look at that effort from Sanju, but lightning quick. Always eager to run hard between the wickets. Amir Kaleem. A good comeback by Islam. 2 overs gone, 16 for the loss of 1. Interesting move. Keeping in mind 2 lefty out there in the middle. The man in form with the ball, Jay Odedra, has given that responsibility to bowl the 3rd over. A slip in position. A good move. Oh, look at that bounce. A good start.
Straight away, Jay Odedra comes into action.
Amanat has been replaced by Zikriya in the slip. Thought of a single, no chance. What matters is the decision making of Sai Shiv Narayana. Now it will come into play. He did not got runs with the bat, but can he pull this win for his side with the changes? Cuts hard, and look at that dive. Pouncing like a cheetah, their fielder. And everyone running towards Zoeb Amanat.
The fielders giving in all they have to, because they don't have too many runs to defend. Every run saved will add to the pressure for Majees Titans. 3 dot balls in this over.
Such kind of efforts will lift the energy level of your teammates. Connection, beautifully managed, weighted and lofted over mid-on. Maximum from the blade of Wasim Ali. Got runs in the previous game as well. Looking good with the bat.
On this occasion, Wasim Ali waited for the ball and gives it a good heave. Big shot. 6 runs.
One more time. That extra bounce troubling Wasim Ali.
Yeah, Jay seems to be getting that extra bounce there, and it definitely is troubling Wasim Ali. This is the second occasion in this over where that extra bounce has troubled Wasim.
Trying to play too late, Wasim. Loud appeal, and they are appealing for a catch or they are appealing for a stump. They are celebrating. He needs to walk. The finger goes up. The leg umpire, he was watching the proceedings closely. Leo has done the magic. The man in form, he departs. First, it was an appeal for a leg before. The keeper also joins the bowler, but now look at that good presence of mind. Sharp skills behind the stumps. Leo, you beauty. Wasim Ali, dejected.
That was very poor cricket from Wasim Ali. He was not aware of what he was doing. He was just looking at the umpire for his decision failing to realize that he was outside his crease. Good work by the keeper.
Failed with the bat, Leo, but this is how you can contribute.
Definitely, these are things which can change the tide in your favor. 2 wickets down now.
In great presence of mind, he started that appeal supporting the bowler, but also he was watching the ball, he was watching the back leg of Wasim Ali. Quick reflexes from Leo. Dexterous behind the stumps. So 3 overs gone, 22 for the loss of 2. On the back foot, poor effort. 4 runs. You need to have your best fielders at the right position. Shah Faisal is not the quickest.
And Amir Kalim cuts it beautifully. See, these are the type of efforts which are required from the fielders. First of all, you don't have that many runs. You don't have the comfort of a big score. So you need to put in your best to stop those boundaries and whatever runs possible.
Absolutely, though they have got 2 wickets, but in the process, the opposition, they were able to find a maximum and a boundary, still slip. One more time on the back foot, but it's not easy to beat Sanju Sajeev, patrolling that backward point area.
Super Sanju's lightning speed. The batsmen need to be very cautious when the ball travels to Sanju. And you need all the other fielders also to put in their best efforts and complement the bowlers.
Swept. Typical Amir Kalim shot. But well fielded by Zohaib Amanat. These young boys, they are putting a lot of pressure by taking those couple of wickets early. But 2 experienced batters for Majees Titans, Gihan Klote and Amir Kalim.
Let's see how these two take this game forward. Yala Shabbab has to play out of their skin if they have to defend the score. Getting wickets is one of the best things they can do if they have to win this game. They managed to pull out 2 wickets during this power play.
Forcing him on the back foot. Did not had a good time so far in this tournament. Gihan Klote with the bat. But he is a true match winner. We saw in the previous edition of D20. Got plenty of runs. Playing for Majees Titans. Trying to come down the track. Pulling his length back. Clever piece of bowling by Islam.
And that man once again, Sanju, with his lightning speed move, stops the single.
Trying to play fine. But smart piece of bowling by Islam. Good comeback after going for a boundary on the very first ball. Just 6 runs from that over. 4 gone, 28 for the loss of 2. Long off and square leg. Stationed outside 30-yard circle. Dancing down the track. Beautifully managed. Second time J. Odedra gave a maximum. The first one from the blade of Gihan Klote.
Steps out beautifully. Down the ground. 6 runs. Good to get that early runs, early boundary, at boundary 6 in the beginning of the over. Will definitely put the pressure back on the bowler.
Playing with the field, Gihan Clote started off really well. Making room, goes inside out towards that extra cover region, leaking runs with Jay Odedra. The good news for Titans is Clote. He's finding his form back with the bat.
This time Clote moves down the leg and then opens up and plays it on the offside for 4 runs.
Full stretch, beats the diving fielder. Back-to-back boundaries. Clote, he is in a hurry.
Clote seems to be coming back into his terms. Very well played. These 2 boundaries will give him the confidence which he requires to move forward. Expensive over so far. 14 of the 4 balls which have been delivered by Jay Odedra. They don't have too many runs to defend.
One more time, shuffle. All the 3 shots he played shows his class. The first one coming down the track, reaching the ball and lofted him straight out of the park. Then 2 glorious drives. Impeccable timing. Onto the back foot. Make it 18 in that over of Odedra. A statement knock from Clote.
Once again, beautifully played. Very, very expensive over. 18 runs of that. And Clote coming to terms with his batting.
Now just 87 required in 15 overs. Stitching a partnership. Amir Kaleem playing that supporting role to the batters of Titans. Loud appeal, but not convinced is the on-field umpire.
Umpire Balasubramanian unmoved with that appeal. Stands stiff.
Not only the players but also the umpires, they must be under a lot of pressure out there in the middle. Oh, look at that. There was an opportunity. Fumble by Sanju Sajeev.
Excellent fielding by Sanjay. Though he fumbled, he still prevented that prevented the batsman from taking that single.
This is the experience of Amir Kaleem. The other batter getting those runs freely.
Yeah, the very fact that Amir Kaleem stays there in the middle will give the confidence to the other players. And as a captain, yes, he needs to stay there and get his home team to cross the target of 132.
He has been very impressive. Islam got that wicket of Sharma, very economical. They also have the option of Anfal PM, who can bowl those off breaks. Jay going for plenty of runs in his couple of overs. One more time, he makes room and he beats the fielder, Shah Faisal. 2 runs will be added to the total.
Yeah. Good stop in the end. by the fielder.
"49 on board." Quickly he moved to 21 in just 10 deliveries. A good comeback by Titans, though they have lost couple of wickets. Power play belongs to Titans. 49 on board. They started off really well. Sharma finding couple of boundaries. He came hard against Shah Faisal, who bowled only 1 over in the power play. Then Islam introduced, and straight away getting that big wicket of Sharma played straight into the hands of the fielder. Wasim Ali started with a glorious hit straight down the ground for a maximum. Then excellent work by the wicket keeper Leo. Got rid of Wasim Ali. After that it has been a one-way traffic. Gihan Klote taking the charge, going after J.O. Dedra. 18 runs were leaked in that over of J.O. Dedra. One maximum 3 boundaries from the blade of Klote. The expensive over in this run chase. The fast bowler is back into the attack. Shah Faisal. Oh, unlucky but lucky are Yala Shabbab Giants. Certainly saving runs, stumps for Yala Shabbab.
Definitely, the stumps proved lucky for Yala Shabbab. Prevented a certain boundary there.
While showing some extra pace, trying to go straight, Amir Kaleem beaten by that pace.
Swing and a miss for Amir Kaleem. Faisal Shah coming back to bowl his second over.
They need to get rid of one of them, Amir Kaleem or Klote. Drives. Excellent work by Zikriya Islam.
Amir Kaleem has been there for faced 12 deliveries, but he's still not able to get his timing right. But he's playing a waiting knock.
Also, he has got that advantage, the way Klote got those quick runs on board, that required run rate just above 6 runs per over. Chance! Oh, just falling short of Leo. What an extraordinary piece of bowling. Surprised Amir Kaleem by that bumper. Yet to concede a run.
A very good bouncer from Faisal Shah took Amir Kaleem by surprise. Good over so far by Faisal Shah. 4 dots.
What will be the reply from Amir Kaleem? Slight adjustment in the field. Now deep extra cover has been moved towards a backward deep point. Is it a bluff? Misfield. Few runs on offer. Good job done by Hasnain Wahab. So after playing 4 dot deliveries, at last got couple of runs, Amir Kaleem. But he doesn't look to be in control, Freddie.
He doesn't seem to be in control. The 2 runs resulted due to the misfield Others, there was only a single there. And the Titans have crossed 50, 51 for 2.
Change of pace. What an over. But still controlling the things out there in the middle. Titans, 7 gone, 52 for the loss of 2.
Anfal will come into the attack from the Oman tail end. 81 required of 13 overs. The required run rate, not a bother, 6.23. The current run rate, not a bother, 7.43. Pulls it. Nobody had shot mid-wicket, and hence it's just a single for Amir Kaleem. Anfal, he's extracting some kind of turn, and that is because of the softness in the wicket that will be coming in because of dew, plus the tall nature of Anfal gives it good amount of time to get revs on the ball.
Jay Odedra was able to get some bounce.
You don't want to be moving around to Anfal. He's quicker than most. Jan Clote, 21 of 13.
At the moment, the Titans being kept quiet last couple of overs.
Pulled, heaved. One bounce to Sai Shiv Narayan. The most important part is that Yala Shabbab Giants, despite the kind of situation that they were in, they have been able to put up a fight.
Yeah, ending up on 132, pretty decent score. Defendable or fighting score, I would say. Mighty heave and 6 runs. Finally, Amerat Cricket opens up. Gets 6 runs for that.
He loves the sweep shot. So often that has been the reason for his downfall as well. But on this occasion, shuffling across the stumps, giving it the right kind of air. It's a good shot from Amir Kaleem. Very sensible, very calculative. 17 of 17 for Amir Kaleem. 60 for the loss of 2 Majees Titans. They still need 73. They have ample amount of time to get there. Just needs to be very calculative and very sensible. 8 overs done. 60 for the loss of 2 Majees Titans. much fuller. Over covers, short boundary, Jan Clote. It's a love affair with the cover region for him.
So Shakil into the attack and Clote welcomes him with a boundary through the covers.
Very watchful. Poor, extremely poor. Allows them to move around for an extra run because of an overthrow.
That was the lightning quick Sanju there. Picks up the ball and throws it to the keeper, who doesn't collect it neatly, and the batsmen scamper through for a single.
They're pushing for the second. Won't go for it. Mujibur Ali is fairly quick.
They will have to settle for that single.
It's a very confused lineup at the moment. Yalla Shabbab Giants, Shakil Ahmed with generally bowls with the new ball. Has been brought in the 9th over. Generally what you notice, Freddie, is that with well-established sides which are doing well, there's very little chopping and changing.
Yeah, today they seem to have tampered a lot. Even in the batting, a lot of tampering done. And even in the bowling. Generally we see Shakil Ahmed bowling with the new ball, and he's been brought in very, very late into the attack. Normally he strikes early, which gives him the advantage. So I don't know what is the thinking of the captain and the team management.
It's often said that you don't break something that hasn't been broken. But at the moment, have to be looking for the second. They're pushing for the second. Amir Kaleem is very quick between the wickets. And with that, they'll get 4 free runs to add on to that. Super Sanju was not backing it up. 6 free runs. That is how I want to put this forward. 9 overs done, 73 for the loss of 2. Anfal back into the attack, 8 runs of his first over. At the moment, Majees Titans are in a very healthy position. Cut well. For majority part of that first run, they were looking for the second run. It is the quality of Mujibur Ali and his throwing capabilities that has restricted them to a single.
He covered a lot of ground and bounced on the ball quickly and released it very early, which prevented the batsman from going back for the second.
Anfal wants the player at deep square leg very fine. He does know that Amir Kaleem is looking for that sweep shot. How quick does Anfal bowl? At the moment, they're building a jigsaw puzzle. Yala Shabbab Giants not playing a second pacer. In conditions of dew, they're looking to fill up with 4 or 5 spinners. Swept well enough. Amir Kaleem, and sweep is a love affair made in heaven, and it's executed here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Brilliant sweep shot, yields him 6 runs.
This time Anfield pitches it up, and Amir Kaleem with his trademark sweep. 6 glorious runs. At the moment, Majees seem to be running away with the game. At the halfway mark, almost at the halfway mark, they need just 53 runs more.
Once again, he was looking to sweep it. Anfield feels that that is the area that can produce a little bit of a wicket, and he's probably intentionally spraying down the leg. Change of angle for Anfield. Still not very happy with the kind of field that is in play. Big appeal. Not out, says the umpire. Anfield is shaken. He cannot believe it. Replay is going to be very interesting. Probably pitching just outside leg. I think it's a great decision from umpire Balasubramaniam.
But it was a good shout. Good shout, but the umpire was very firm in his decision, unmoved by that loud appeal. Amir Kaleem survives.
Slower, pulled well in the gap. Saishiv does brilliantly. He's a brilliant fielder in the deep. Amir Kaleem is very happy with a single at the moment. Clote, short, cut, an excellent fielding. Super Sanju. That's the only reason Super Sanju is playing in the side. Half the overs done. 82 on the board for the loss of 2. Majees Titans are cruising through. Just 51 runs required with 8 wickets in hand. I think Majees Titans are well controlling this game. Yala Shabbab Giants need a different thought process. And for that, they'll certainly be re-strategizing. It's time for drinks. Tough times for Yala Shabbab Giants at the moment. They're not even being a contender. They're one of those premium sides in this contest, one of the elite sides. Teams certainly have a shiver when they're facing Yala Shabbab Giants. That's not being the case in this year's edition. Am I right? Am I wrong? Freddie?
Absolutely right, spot on, Pranav. I think the very first match which they lost, probably the morale is a little down there. But being a champion side, they have to recover quickly and come back.
Very first delivery, swept and swept well. Amir Kaleem. Every time that he sweeps, there's a lot of risk, but reward is very high as well.
Yeah, here you can see very well swept. So Amir Kaleem, after a slow start, finally coming to terms with himself, and now the runs are coming quickly for him. He's quickly moved on to 35 of 26 deliveries now.
Inside edge and happy to scamper for a single. Jayodhitra has been very expensive.
Today he seemed to be a little bit off color. Initially he did get the ball to bounce a bit, but he's also given away those sixes which have costed him 29 runs of his 2 overs.
Majority of those runs coming in that second over of his, when Jihan Clote decided to go after him. Quick single. They'll have to stop these quick singles to create a little bit of pressure, because at the moment Jihan Clote 30 of 20 and Amir Kaleem 36 of 27 are controlling the tide in the middle.
That second over of Jay produced 18 runs, 6 and 3 boundaries. That's where Clote took him on.
He's here to pick up a wicket. And at the moment, Amir Kaleem is very wary of that. And that is where he's playing Jayodhitra very watchfully. Still 6 runs from his over with a couple of balls to spare.
Once you get the boundary in the first delivery, the early part of the over, then you know that you've covered your run rate.
This is going to go to the boundary once again. Amir Kaleem cuts and cuts really well. At the moment, Yalla Shabbab Giants have no answer whatsoever to the gameplay.
Amir Kaleem showing he not only plays the sweep well, but he can also cut well. 4 runs there.
Nudged around for a single. 11 runs from this over of Jayodhitra. Another expensive one. 11 overs done. 93 for the loss of 2 Majees Titans. Zikaria Islam, 16 runs and a wicket in his 3 overs. Just to tell you how wrong this side is, Anfal is an off spinner. Jayodhitra an off spinner. That's second. Mujibur Ali a left arm spinner. Sweeps well. There is protection in the deep, so just a single. So Mujibur Ali is third. Saishav is a leg spinner. That's the 4th spinner in the side. Super Sanju is an off spinner. That's the 5th spinner in the side. Shakil Ahmed is a left arm spinner. That's the 7th spinner in the side. And Zikaria Islam is an off spinner. That is the 7th spinner in the side. And with those 7 spinners, they have one lone fast bowler, that is Faisal Shah.
At the moment, they seem to be a confused lot. And right now, they're just going through the motions. And they don't seem to have any plan in what they're doing in their bowling attack. And just letting the batsmen to play their own game. This is not going to help their cause.
I'm very, very sure that tomorrow is going to be a very different day. The kind of owner that Yala Shabbab has, he loves to get things right. And that is where I think that Umair Shakil is going to be making his way as a second fast bowler. Maybe they might have Abdul Khan Khalik if they have a night game tomorrow as well.
Yala Shabbab need to pull their act together quickly, very quickly. They've already lost 2 games, if I'm right, the first game. And so they need to pull up their socks and come up with a much, much better performance if they need to stay in contention.
And the best example that I can give you is to make a combination. Sufyan, who is a national asset, is sitting out of the team in IS Invincibles. And IS Invincibles is winning games. Just to get the combination right.
I've seen IAS Invincibles. They have made great strides during this season. Even in the 50-over format, I think they were the runners-up. They have some new faces in their team, and they seem to be gelling well and coming up with very good performance.
12 overs done, 98 for the loss of 2. Mere formalities for Majees Titans to complete. 35 required of 8 overs. The lone warrior in the Yala Shabbab Giants, Faisal Shah, is going to be coming into the attack. And talking about lone warriors, I have a warrior with me. What a delivery, a gem of a delivery. Certainly showcases what a pacer can do on this track. And probably that will open the eye of the management of Yala Shabbab Giants. You with me, Mudassir Ali Qureshi?
Impressive stuff, but unlucky, hitting the seam. Sharply came back into Amir Kaleem. Beats the bat, beats the wicket keeper. 100 comes up for Titans. What a partnership, 2 experienced batters. In tricky conditions, getting those runs for the side.
Now Mudipa, just a moment ago with Freddie, I was counting the number of bowling options that are there for Yala Shabbab Giants. And I just want to include you in the conversation. Anfal is an off spinner. Moving to Jay Odedra, another off spinner. Slower delivery. Trickled for a single. Mujibur Ali, left arm spinner. Sai Shiv Narayana, leg spinner. Super Sanju, off spinner. Shakil Ahmed, left arm spinner. Zikaria Islam, another off spinner. 7 spin options, and the 8th one is the one whom you are seeing on the screen, Faisal Shah, the lone pacer. How can you justify that?
So day 4. You completely forgot.
It's a rag turner.
But they forgot a new wicket. I think that's a high time. On a serious note, they really need to think about this. You just cannot go every game by having just one fast bowler, where the other teams, they enjoyed the success because the fast bowler got the wickets early, then the spinners came, they applied that pressure, so clearly they missed the trick. Third time in a row, they were lucky yesterday, they went on to win the game against Royal Oman Stallions.
And the kind of situation that they are not learning from what Majees Titans did yesterday. Jan Shafiq, Hemal Tendale, Ubaidullah did have a role to play. Jordan Lee Wolf had a role to play. 4 pacers. Till the 16th over, is it the 14th or the 16th over, the spinners weren't available. Didn't showcase for Majees Titans. And today, fielding second, just out of contention, out of competition.
That too under the lights, having so many spinners. I really don't understand what's the idea, what's the plan behind this. But they need to rectify.
I'm sure it's going to be rectified. It's coached by Coach Tariq. He's been around for a couple of decades at least, maybe if not more. Very experienced personnel. Under his guidance, the team has achieved great heights. But then, this has all been so mediocre at the moment.
And also when the management is backing players, it's their duty to respond. I'm talking about the batters. They struggled in the first innings. A good track. All they could manage is 130. That was built on the back of the beautiful partnership under pressure played by Zikriya Islam and Mujibur Ali. A young team, they learn from such games, from mistakes, change of pace, running hard. 47 for Kaleem, providing that support. Clote, 13 gone, is 107 for the loss of 2.
In comes a left arm spinner, Mujibur Ali, to bowl his first over in the 14th over.
Did they try Sanju?
When you have 8 bowling options, you just can't bowl 8 bowlers. 13 overs have. There's a term called khichdi that is making a mix of things. At the moment, that is the best way I can define this.
Generally, khichdi is very tasty, but not this khichdi.
It's been a little disappointing from Yala Shabbab Giants with the kind of side they are. We really want to see those 180, 190, colossal 200. I'm certain that is the kind of plan that they would have had up their sleeve. Looking for a big shot inside edge. It's going to be a single. But then even to counter that point, if Saishav is going to be batting at number 4, who likes to take his time in, you're not going to be going for 200.
And as per my understanding, the reason for backing Sai Shiv is he was a part of Oman national side.
Amar Khalib, age is just a number for this lad. 49 of 39, make it 50 of 40 deliveries. Standing tall every time that Majees Titans needs him. He's very proud participant, representative of Majees Titans. And when it comes to the Oman Cricket Academy, he loves these facilities. Consistent scorer.
A gritty knock. A well-deserved 50 for Amel Kaleem. A controlled 50 on a tricky surface. Leading the troop, getting those runs at the right time. Loud appeal, but no bat involved. So 14 gone, it's 112 for the loss of 2. And talking about Sai Shiv Narayan, nothing wrong in backing the young lad. This is the third game. That is what is my understanding, keeping in mind he was a part of Oman national side where he got runs in Qatar. So I think it's a responsibility and the duty of the club to back the player who just made his debut for the national side. So that might be the reason they are giving more opportunities to Sai.
I'm not against it, but the place where he is utilized. If you're talking about a national asset, even Sufyan Yusuf is a national asset. But then he has to be a part of the contention. It has to make some kind of sense, because at the moment, what is happening is that in this entire mix of things, the quality of Sai Shiv is being lost. He himself is losing his identity. He would not know what is to be done. That is the way he got out today, trying to prove himself. Correct me if I'm wrong.
And definitely we can see the pressure whenever he walks in with the bat. So at which number do you think he can justify and he can get those runs?
He's a floater. If you talk about Sai Shiv, you talk about Soumya Sampath, in the T20 format, they don't have the power to clear the boundaries at will. And that is where either you're batting inside the power play, where you just have to clear the circle, or you have to be batting as a floater. So 4 wickets down, and then you walk in, play this gritty knock which Amar Kaleem has played, or gritty knock which was played by either of those players, whether you're talking about Mujibur Ali or whether you're talking about Zakaria Islam, that kind of a knock when your side is 4 down and in trouble. Otherwise, you just don't come into bat. And that's also a way to play.
I completely agree, Pranav, because they're not able to utilize the services of Anfal. An extraordinary batter who can build an innings as well as he can get you those quick runs. But for that, you need to use him at the right position, give him that right number. Wanted to cut B10.
I'm going to mention a few players who fit in the ranks. Now, obviously, it's a toss-up between the two, the keeping option of Mohammad Sami or Sai Shiv. Either of them can play that cameo role, that role which can hold one and tight in tough, difficult situations. But apart from that, they need to go all out. And for that, they have Anfal, they have the likes of Hasnainul Wahab, they have the likes of Leo, they have the likes of Mujibur, they have the likes of Zakaria Islam and Zohaib Amanat. That is 6 genuine attacking batters. And then if you add one of these two, a much needed boundary, that is how Jihan Clote will be looking at because he was away from strike for a very long time. Using the pace of Shakil just past third. Very intelligent player and accumulates run at the right time. So correct me if I'm wrong. I've counted 6 attacking options. I've added the 7th option in terms of Mohammad Sami or Sai Shiv.
The first thing they need to do is get one of these fast bowlers, Khalik or Umair Shakil, into the squad. For that you need to sacrifice one spin bowler. I think you can give rest to Jay Odedra. Yes, he bowled well, but in the current scenario, looking at the surface, you have got Zikriya Islam and Anfal as an off-break bowler who can bat. You need someone with pace. Umair Shakil and Khalik, one of them you need to get into your playing 11.
I feel that probably Umair and Sanju Sajeev is a like-to-like replacement, because at the moment Super Sanju, except for his fielding skills, is not making an impact with the bat. And then if he's not making an impact with the bat, he's playing as a bowler and he's not bowling. That's gone straight up in the air, over the keeper's head. They're trying to close the proceedings in a hurry. Amir Kaleem 55 or 45. Jihan Clote will also be looking for his milestone. 42 of 31 for him.
Drives beautifully. It's really a tough task for the management to decide the playing 11 in the next game. They were lucky against Royal Oman Stallions. Nothing much in the surface. Amir Zishan just not able to read the strike. In the process, he lost his wicket. Karan Sonable, who looked good, he just gave away his wicket. It was an ordinary shot. Usman Afridi was promoted up the order. Did justice. And Afridi yet to come to the party, the big lad with the bat. So somehow Royal Oman Stallions, they are themselves to be blamed for that loss against Yala Shabbab, because the bowlers, I think they did not do anything extraordinary. Wide, and 5 runs will be added to the total.
Certainly, this wide will almost be the curtains for Yalla Shabbab Giants. Trying to do something extraordinary. $14 and 1.4. 15.4. 131 for the loss of 2. Plays it very watchfully. Does want to give Jihan Clote an opportunity to wind the game up. But then 2 required. He's certainly not going to be getting to his 50. It's a great sport. And it's represented by great sportsmen. Amir Kaleem, 56 of 48. 16 overs done, 131 for 2. Jihan Clote will have an opportunity to get to 49 against Shakil Ahmed. cut brilliantly, does find the gap. And with that, it is a win for Majees Titans, who look flawless at the moment. Amir Kaleem and Jihan Clote, two left-handers, make sure that the left arm spin and the leg spin of Yalla Shabbab Giants cannot come to the party. And even the off-spin options of Zikaria Islam and Jay Odedra couldn't do much. And hence it's an easy win with 23 balls to spare and 8 wickets in hand for Majees Titans. Lot of issues that the Yalla Shabbab Giants need to resolve. It's a one-sided victory for Majees Titans. The defending champions are looking ever so good in this tournament. And they have put the Yalla Shabbab Giants under the light. It all started with the outside edge of Abhinav Sharma, which went for a boundary. Abhinav Sharma was looking very aggressive. He's looking to take the attack on. Did get a couple of boundaries of Faisal Shah, but couldn't last there for very long as he was caught in the deep of Zikaria Islam. And that is where Wasim Ali came in and immediately made an impact. It was not for long that Wasim Ali could survive, as he was sent back because of a moment of brilliance by Leo Francisco. And that is where Jihan Clote and Amir Kaleem got together. And the quality of Jihan Clote was something that Jay Odedra did not have an answer to. The very expensive over, and all of a sudden Majees Titans were cruising. Yalla Shabbab Giants, who was looking to make an impact, just did not have an option. All they had to do was try different resources, and each of those resources were leaking boundaries at consistent intervals. Amir Kaleem, the man for whom age is just a number, runs were cruising very quickly, and most of those runs coming square of the wicket on the leg side to his favourite shot. And that is where the game was completely in balance for Majees Titans. Amir Kaleem did get to his 50 in style. Jihan Clote towards the end, late cut Shakil Ahmed for a boundary, and that wrapped things up for Majees Titans. What an emphatic win it was. Majees Titans, yes, Abhinav Sharma with a flashing blade got 14 of 9, and Wasim Ali was stumped by Leo Francisco in a moment of excellence, 7 of 7 for him. But apart from that, that pair of Jihan Clote and Amir Kaleem did the damage. Yes, 1 wicket for Zikaria Islam and 1 wicket for Jay Odedra. But apart from that, Faisal Shah, very economical. Zikaria Islam, very economical. Everybody else, very expensive. 11 extras. It's not been an impressive outing. Final confirmations in the match summary. Yalla Shabbab Giants batting first because of the brilliance of Mujibur Ali's 56 not out of 52, and Zikaria Islam's 30 of 28. They crawled to 132 for the loss of 7. They were in a lot of trouble with 6 wickets down very early. And coming into chase, Majees Titans, Amir Kaleem's 56 not out and Jihan Clote's 47 not out never gave Yalla Shabbab Giants a chance. And that is where they chased the total down with 23 balls to spare and 8 wickets in hand. It's a convincing win for the Majees Titans. Talking about the points table, 3 teams right at the top. Majees Titans have snatched the number 1 position from Royal Oman Stallions. We've moved to the 2nd position. IS Invincibles are not doing too bad either. They're at the 3rd position. And then the bottom 3, Yalla Shabbab Giants, Muscat Thunderers, Renaissance Challengers with 2 points apiece and negative net run rate. They have some catching up work to do. Triple headers tomorrow means that is their opportunity to make a comeback. We'll take a short break here in the comm box. On the other side, find out who the player of the match is with Mudassir Ali Qureshi.
Back to wins for Majees Titans, and they continue their dominance in this ongoing tournament of Oman D20 2025. A complete team performance, and they kept the opposition to just 132, and they chased down the target with a lot of control and composure. Joining me in the presentation party is our match referee, Mr. Jeevan, who will be giving away the Player of the Match award. Mujibur Ali got 56 runs of 52 balls playing for Yala Shabbab Giants. The new entry for Majees Titans, the debutant Imran Manak, bowled quite beautifully, going for 15 runs and taking 2 wickets in his allotted 4 overs. But the Player of the Match goes to the leader of Majees Titans, Amerat Cricket, for his all-round performance. First with the ball, taking a wicket, then an unbeaten 56, and getting those 2 valuable points for Majees Titans. Evergreen Amerat Cricket, congratulations. A satisfying knock and leading from the front.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yes, Alhamdulillah. I am very much happy way I finished the game, and this credit goes to the team because we restrict Yala Shabbab, less than 130 run, which is amazing. And wicket is not easy to bat on, to be frank. And but we keep the calmness. We know if we bat all the way, 20 over, definitely we'll chase the game.
And Amir, also good to see the contribution of the local lads as well as the fresh faces coming all the way from South Africa. Tell us about Gihan and the other boys who came from South Africa.
Now see, this is the character we are trying to build in especially the Majees team. Now you see Wasim Ali performing, Hamilton Tundal, Jan Shafiq, and now special addition, Jihan is coming back to the form, and that new guy Imran. So yeah, we are trying to build the team in a way to perform each and every single game, and we try to continue this.
Strong comeback in this tournament. Are there any areas for improvement going into the next game?
No, one thing we need to just continue, try to do less mistake. If that mistakes is less, then definitely favors coming, the positive sides and what we did last 2 games. So we try to continue that momentum, and we are looking forward next game tomorrow.
Well played, Amir, and enjoy the night.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So that was Amerat Cricket, the player of the match from match number 9. That's all we have from day 4. See you tomorrow. There is another triple header games on Saturday. Till then, take care. Good night.
He has timed that one well. That is the call, straight in. Beautiful ball. Edged away, yes it is. He has timed that one well. That is the call, straight in. Beautiful ball. Edged away, yes it is.